Alright guys, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. Chris here now. I'm super excited to see you here, and today we are going to learn how to set a hacking lab. What is all about a hacking lab? A hacking lab is some operating system which is called Kali Linux, and it is used for doing some kind of hacking and penetration testing. And when I'm talking about hacking, I don't mean the hacking for causing some problems. I'm now talking about ethical hacking, and know that this video is for educational purpose only. Don't misuse this video to commit any kind of crime or destroying other people's systems. So to set up our hacking lab, we need two softwares. Actually it's one software and one image. And this case we are going to install what we call VirtualBox, and now we are going to install the Kali Linux. To install the Kali Linux, we will need an image of the Kali Linux, and then we download it in order to install in this one. I'll pre-download this one, and I will leave a link in the description, and make sure to check that out, and then you will be able to download those softwares. So let's go ahead. I'm going to install this VirtualBox. I'm gonna go ahead and press double click on it, and then I will wait for our installer to start. And then, as you can see now, it's in starting. Then don't think too much. The thing you're going to do here is to press next for me, and then press next now, and then leave this all checked and press next, and then it's now asking if you want to proceed with the installation. Don't read too much, then press yes. Okay, then press install, and then accept anything that it will require, and then you will wait a short amount of time for the installer to finish. So let me put the video and wait for the install to finish. I'm coming back. Alright, so now you see that our installer is now complete, and now it is requiring us to press the finish button to exit the setup wizard, but it's now asking again if we want to start VM VirtualBox after installation. So we want to start it for good. So let's go ahead and click finish, and then it's going to open. Wait a little bit. Okay, let me minimize this one, and as you can see, there is no any virtual machine running on this system. So let's go ahead and create one. To create one, you are going to press on new button here, then we are going to specify the name of our virtual machine. In this case it is called Kali Linux. Wait, it's called now Kali Linux. It's called Kali Linux, and automatically it will detect if now a type it's now a Linux, and then Linux to 64-bit. Don't mind that. Then click on next, and then it's now asking us to choose the memory size. And pay attention, if you have a memory which is now low, you will provide a virtual machine a memory which is low too, unless you will end up like in stable system, which can cause by misconfiguration of this virtual machine. So if you have a system that run like 16 GB of RAM, you are now able to allocate the RAM size which is now below 16. And in this case I am using 8 gigs of RAM, and I'm going to provide this virtual machine like 4 GB of RAM, and 4 GB is equal to like this one. And then in this case our virtual machine will run as smooth as possible, and then my system will also be stable as well. So let's go ahead and click next, and then it's now requiring to choose the virtual hard disk now. Then it will show that the recommended size is 8 gigs of RAM, but I'm going to create it like then we are going to click here, and then I'm going to allocate like 60 GB for our virtual machine to run pretty smooth, and then press on create. Okay, there you go. After creating a virtual machine, now you see now it's here, it's now say it's powered off, and then there are something that we are going to configure for a little bit. We're going to go on settings, and then we choose on system. We see now we have chosen our RAM, and then the processor we are going to take this 2 CPUs, and make sure or also you have more than 2 CPU in order to switch to that. And then other thing which is important is now here on display we're going to put our video memory at the maximum we can, and then we're going to go on storage, and then we see where it's now written controller IDE. It's now empty. We are going to allocate the image that we have pre-downloaded. Okay, so we're going to go ahead on this disk, and then we click here, and then we are going to choose a disk file. Then we're going to press on here. Okay, and then you go on downloads, where we have now that one, and then we choose, double click this one, and then you see now it's no longer empty. After doing this one, now we are ready to power on our virtual machine, and then we are going to proceed with the further installation. Let me go ahead and press OK. And as you can see now, it's now showing the summary of this virtual machine. So let's go ahead and power it on. To power it on, I'm going to press start, and then we wait for a couple of seconds, not minutes but seconds. Have to be patient. Okay, it's start minimized here, but I can pull it, and now it's asking again if you want to use this one, and there is no problem. I can use it. Then click on start, and then wait it to boot. Boom, and now it boots like this one. And then you can see now the option is here. You can choose a graphical install, you can choose other, but you're going to do a graphical install like this one. Okay, for today we're going to do a graphical installation, and then we wait a little bit. Don't mind that one. Alright, so now this is now the current Linux by offensive security. This is now the welcome home. Then you are going to press continue. You choose I have chosen the language. I took English because I use English for the most of my videos. Then press on continue. I'm going to choose the region. Let me leave it as United States. Okay, continue. And then I'm going to configure the keyboard always. Also I have to read, and then press on continue, and then to do some process like that one. Don't mind them, just wait. And now it's loading additional components, and then you have to wait. Alright, now it's now asking us to configure the network, but at this time I don't want you to make this video overwhelming. You're not going to configure our network for now. I will show you when the instruction is now at the end and our system is running. That's where we can configure our network in a meaningful way. So I'm going to go ahead and click on continue. It will show us some. Okay, we are now going to put the name of the user. In this case my name is Chris. Okay, you can choose whatever you want, and then you can choose the password. So I will recommend you to use the strong password that contains one character, one capital letter, and one number, and one special character. Okay, let me go ahead and use my password. I'm going to make it as long as I want. Okay, go ahead and repeat it. Okay, and then click on continue. Okay, now we're going to configure the clock. Okay, let me leave it for Eastern clock, and now we're going to go on partitioning. Okay, and then on partition it will ask all about this one, but I'm going to use the guided where we are going to use the internet disk that we have previously created. Then you press on continue, and then to show us our disk, and then continue again, and then to show us this one, all the files in one partition. Recommended for new users, don't think too much. Continue, and then look at this one. We have now these partitions. We have the primary one, which have the 60.7 GBs and as ext4, and then the 4.3 gigs of RAM as the swap area. And there's no problem with this. If you want to change that, you can click on continue, then you can manage like this one, and then no problem, you can leave it as it is. I hope by default it will work very fine. So you don't have to mess around. You have don't want to mess around trying to change this one. So I'm going to go ahead and press on finish partitioning and right change to disk, and then press continue, and then it's now going to tell us if you are not sure you want to format this partitions. Then I'm going to go ahead and press yes, okay, and then continue, and then we are going now to wait. Now it's installing the basic system, and now it's going to install many things. And now I'm going to pause the video and wait this one to end, and then I will come when we are on another step. And so now we are reaching here, and then you're going to go ahead, and then you want us to configure the package manager, then go ahead and press continue. And then to show this bad archive error, then we are going to press on continue, then continue again, continue. Okay, then we go back here, continue, and then continue, go back. Then it will ask if you want to continue with without a network mirror. Then you're going to accept and then press continue. And then we wait again too, and then you are going to check this carry desktop environments and install tools by purpose, or check all this one and then press continue, and just wait for the instruction to continue as usual. And I'm coming back if the instruction now is over.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing. game, it's a rich thing. It's not a game, it's a rich thing. It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
There you go. And then it's asking us to install the grab bootloader to the master boot record. This is very necessary when we're going to boot into our system. This grab bootloader will prompt us to boot into our operating system. So let's go ahead and press continue. And then we choose this one, then press continue. And then we wait. Okay, then now if it's now finishing the installation, and then you are ready to go. Right, check it out. Alright, so now you see that installation is now complete, and then it's now asking us to boot into our new system, and make sure to remove the installation media so that we can boot up in the new system rather than restarting the installation. Okay, this makes sense now. So let's go ahead and press continue as always, and then it's going to make like that, and then it's now booting again. Alright, and now you see that what the grab do is this one. Then you are going to wait 2 second one, then it's now booting. Okay, and then we will wait for a short time of booting. Okay, we wait. That's now how it looked like. Okay, there we go. And now this is now the welcome screen, which you are going to put our username. My username is Chris, and my password, I'm not going to speak it. Then we press login, and then we wait short time of loading. You see, carried by offensive security. And then this is now the desktop, the current Linux desktop. So it may seem that it's not so small that it can't fit your screen right now, and if you experience this issue, so you're going to come along with me to fix this one. Okay, we'll go ahead and click on here, then we will type display in order to see the display, like this one, display, and then we choose a resolution we want, and then let me in this case choose like let me choose this one, then click apply. This is very small. I'm going to choose another one like this one, apply. All right, so go ahead and close this also. And as you can see now, our hacking lab is now ready to learn. And as you can see, our tools are here now. When you want to make kind of the vulnerabilities attack, all attacks are in there, and then you can go ahead. This is now the terminal where you can run your commands. All right, let me see if now it's working. Am I? All right, guys. So guys, this was about setting this hacking lab, and make sure you use it for good stuff, not harmful stuff. And then if you like this video, don't forget to press subscribe and share with your friends, and see you another time.